starts from the 5 minutes thing. Just for 5 minutes. And that's what he does. Just for 5 minutes. We ask the coordinators here, because usually I do this training for a training center and they have coins, 50 cents coin. Who has 50 cent coin with them? Get out 50 cent coin. I asked the organizer, they said we cannot arrange that. Okay?
Why? They took 1800.
No. We cannot get it. I need not 150 cents. Just keep the 50 cents with you in your hand. Where's the 50 cents? Don't have. Maybe decide to your box. Okay. Let's say this is the value of 5 minutes. Because I do this as a practical, but I don't have the 50 cents, but I do it in this way. So let's say this is the value of 5 minutes. How many I have 5 minutes a day? I have 288 5 minutes a day. So imagine you have 288 50 minutes in your hand. Valuable, right? Yeah. But what's happening is like this. You spend 5 minutes with this lady. Hello, how are you? Doing good, fine. Then again, imagine you put another 5 minutes with this person. Then you put another 5 minutes in finding something. Then you put another 5 minutes in going somewhere. Then you put another 5 minutes in just thinking about nothing. You end up, I cannot show it to you here but try to imagine with me. What I do is like this. I keep putting 5 minutes with every participant, then end up, I feel like I don't have any more 5 minutes with me. Where is my 5 minutes gone? I wasted them. Although, collectively, this 288 5 minutes can buy me something, right? If I have 288 5 minutes, it will be around how much? 144 ringgit. With 144 ringgit, I can buy something good, right? But with only 50 cents, can I buy anything? Nothing much. Maybe one sweet. But with 144, can I buy something? I can't. What's wrong with this? You can buy many things with 144, right? So this is what is going on. The power of 5 minutes. If you start collecting your 5 minutes and not wasting it and know when to spend it, you will spend it wisely. And you will think that, but I'm telling you, the power of 5 minutes will change your life. Well, what can I do with 5 minutes? I can read one page. Maybe I can write 5 sentences. Right? Maybe one sentence. It's okay, even one sentence. Because if I spend 5 minutes writing one sentence today and tomorrow, and after tomorrow, after 10 days, I have already 50 minutes that I wrote around 50 sentences. That's all. You just need to narrow your observation into the 5 minutes. Where I'm going to spend these 5 minutes. And I don't know if I shared with you before, others or not, but believe me, you will start seeing the seconds tick, tick, moving. And you will value every single tick in your life. And you will achieve a lot. So just focus on 5 minutes. Do that. Do that? Yes, that's all. Because 5 minutes is the power. Search for what can I do in my 5 minutes. And schedule it. We have in the industry something called the KISS principle. Anybody knows about the KISS principle? Exactly. Keep it short and simple. If you want to improve yourself, choose what area I want to improve in my life. What skill I want to learn, a new skill. And keep the practice 45 minutes. If you just, each one of us with his watch, start. Let me tell you something. Open your watches, everybody, open your clock or watch, or whatever you have. And start looking. I will show you. You don't believe me, I know. Many of you doesn't believe me. Okay, look at your clock in your timer. And just move. We will start now together, huh? Move your eyes with the seconds. With your seconds, all of you. And I will tell you when to start. Ready? Are you ready? Did you open your watch to the timer? Okay? And 3, 2, 1, and start. Oh, kind of long enough, right? See how long is it? This is only 1 minute. I did not finish the 1 minute, 50 seconds. So, apply 5 concentrated minutes a day, at least 5 days each week, to your growth in this area. That's all is required. And that's all I asked my students to do. To spend 5 minutes a day to write 1 sentence about what they are doing. Just 5 minutes. Before you go to bed, or before you go back from your lab, or before you close your laptop, just open a Google Sheet and write, what have I achieved today? In a proper 1 sentence English. And see how your English will improve after 1 month. Just do it every day. That will help you to improve your writing skills in 5 minutes in a 1 month. All I need from you, 5 minutes before you sleep, or before you go to bed, or before you close your laptop. Just write 1 sentence. What have I achieved today? What have I done in my work today? And this will be later in your methodology chapter. You want to improve your reading skills? Read 5 sentences every early morning. So let's say you decided to do 3 tasks in your life to improve yourself. This is your calendar. When you start doing it, and you start doing this, what do you feel when you see this in your calendar? Achievement. That's all. Achievement. Some people like say, oh, it's okay, not really important. It is very, very, very important. Because if you don't feel the achievement, you will never be motivated. You will never continue. You want to be active in sports and jogging, just every day you go, just push it. At the beginning, first 2 days, you need to push yourself. After 5 days, yourself will push you. Believe me, try doing it. The first 2 days or 3 days, you need to push yourself. After you get into it, yourself will push you. You tell you, let's go. Time to move. So, very important to mark your progress. Very, very important. Don't think that you are, no matter who you are, if you stop marking your progress, you will never feel achievement. And by the way, I also do, when I achieve something, let's say that I created a goal for 1 year or for 2 years. And when I achieve it, I buy myself a reward. That's a reward for me. I write my name behind and I write what I have achieved. Then I buy it online and put my name and put sending. Then when they call me, are you sure you are buying yourself a present? Yes, I because nobody is buying me a present, so I'm buying. And it feels like a present. When it arrives in post, it feels like a present. It feels like you have been rewarded. And that's what kept me going. You get my point? So don't forget to reward yourself after you achieve. You do it and do it for your kids too. Even 2 years old, do it for them. Because this is how we are. This is as a human. This is humanity. It's not anything else. It's humanity. We always need to find someone tell us, good job, you have done a very good job. Congratulations. If you don't do that, you will be demotivated. Or you will feel like it's a routine. It's boring. It's boring. Why? Because you are not putting tick in your calendar. That's it? Yes, it is. We don't have a calendar. That one. So, with this you need always to track. Let's say that you did not do this day, then make it cross. Keep tracking. Oh, I haven't done here much. Keep tracking. Okay. So, another way of doing it, the 50 cent, every time you achieve something, put it in a jar.
Akmal will take it. Oh, no.
No more. Okay? Every time your son, you ask him to do something and he do it, this is yours. This is for your achievement. Because it will be always something he looks forward for. Same with you. I have done something. Every time you go and put your hand inside the jar and feel the too many coins there, you feel like, wow, I've been doing good. I've been doing good. I've been doing good. And don't tell me you don't need it. You do need it. You need it. That's why we will come to the right side of you. And the right side of you says, if I had more time, I would, what you would do? And I will give you 2 minutes. This absolute silence in the room. Absolute silence. Don't talk to me. Just think about what I want to be or I want to do. If I have this amount of time, what I'm going to do with it. Try to think about something for you. Just time. And no need. It's okay. Time means with money. You have everything with it because I know obstacles. This is well, it's fun. Let's make marketing for the project management course. That's you need to attend the project management course. To think about obstacles. Now only think about what I want to do. If I have more time, what I'm going to do with it. Sleeping. So write it in your right side. And please expand it as much as you can.
Must mean we finish everything, so we have extra time.
Yes, you have more time. What you will do? If I make your day 48 hours, what we are going to do with the extra 24 hours? 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I hope you come up with a list of if you have extra time, what you want to do. Okay, so keep that aside. Now, let's see. Finding the time. So, I have something, but I don't have time to do it, right? That's why we come to this activity. Open a new page. Get a page, new page. Yes. What I want you to do here, I want you to think for 2 minutes now and write here, not in a list form, but in a random area. What is your activities per day, in a day, besides what you need to do? So, most of you wrote here what their activities, right? So don't mention that. This is what you need to be doing every day. Correct? So, keep that in mind don't use this. What else are you doing in a day? Like going for tea, chit-chatting, checking Facebook. Let's say that you check Facebook in the morning, afternoon, and night. So check Facebook here, check Facebook again here, check Facebook here. Going for chit-chat. So right, going chit-chat. So put it in a random way. You got my point, right? So put all activities that you are doing. Now just close your eyes and say, today morning, afternoon what I have done, I mean, yesterday, every day what I do. What is this doing? Going to Bazar Mala, buying food, okay? All this stuff. Put it here. The activities that you do, and they are not what you should do. So, now check. Quantitative or qualitative? Is it qualitative to write anything here? This is my day. And this is what really happening. This is what. Now, is there any space for me to write this? No more. You got my point? This is what actually happens in our life, in our daily life. So, time wasters or time distractors or interrupters or time killers leave us with this today. So you are not able to have even a focusing point either in the morning or in the afternoon to complete anything. So no qualitative in your daily life. You got my point? You got it? So this paper shows your daily life. Now you know why you are not productive. Now you understand. Now you feel it. I'm sure. After seeing this, because first time I saw this, I was like, what? Because I cannot write anything in this paper. Can you write anything? No. There is no production at all. Even if you are doing something here, there's no production. There is no straightforward. So you always think about quantitative, qualitative. Now, what is the quality in my time? It's not about how much I do per day. I do many things a day. We feel that. We feel that we are doing so many, we keep doing many things a day. I wake up, I go send the kids to school, I bring, I cook, I wash, I go to the buy groceries for my family. But still, there is no effect. I don't feel effect. Why? Because I'm not focusing my paper. If you get the other new paper and start planning it in the morning, where I want to put the wasting time, where I want to put the productive time, then it will look different. They said our life is our book. We write in our book, right? So either I keep my book this way or I start focusing it. As simple as that. Again, back to the control. But what is the issue? So I hope you keep this for you and stick it in front of your table at the office and say, is this my life? This was my life before attending this workshop. Will it be different after attending this workshop? It's up to you. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. You got my point? If you feel that the paper, because you did not know earlier how this is, you can make it again, but it will not feel the same. Now you know it. Now you really know it. And what is the problem here? You know what is the problem with us? The only problem we have is this. No, it's this. And I will try to finish everything because it told me 5:10 for clarity in this remaining time. Clarity means as simple as that. If you get inside your car, driving, and you don't know where you are going, and someone stops and asking you, hey, where are you going? I don't know. What this guy will think about you? Crazy? Maybe he's stressed. Maybe he has a problem. Maybe he's psycho already. Right? Imagine every day you are driving and you don't know where is your destination. You're just following other cars. Everybody is driving, you're driving with them. And you don't know where really you are driving. They said go to school, you go to school. They say go to university, you go to university. They say get job, you get job. They say get married, you get married. They said have a baby, you get the baby. They said go to master, you go master. Why? And why? What are we doing? I don't know. So we don't know what are we doing. That's the problem. That's the only problem. That's why we end up with such days. Because we are following what is going on. Back to control. You will be able to control if you are seeing where you are going. If you are not seeing, okay, I want to finish my PhD. That's my clarity. I want to do these things. That's why I asked you to put it in the right. So I just need to put it. I just need to prioritize it. I just need to schedule it. I always, when talk about scheduling, I laugh. Why? Because I told them we learn about class, right? That's what this schedule means. You have this, you need to do it. You have this, you need to do it. You have this, you need to do it. But we fail in doing schedule for our life. Although we learned it first day we go to school. Alright, so clarity. Sorry, the animation, I don't know, it's not working. Animation always plays very good role. 80-20 rules. This shouldn't be here, but it's okay. Try to not to see it. 80-20 rules. What's 80-20 rules? It says this. It says that we have two types of people. We have people who spend 80% of their time to achieve 20% of their goal or of their daily activities. And we have people who spend 20% of time to achieve 80% of what they need to achieve. So which one are you? I will tell you. You woke up today, it's weekend, holiday, you have nothing to do. You have only one task that you decide to do it on weekend. Only one task. Okay? Let's say, and make it so simple, changing the light of your kitchen. Whether a man or a woman. Okay? What happens is, it's weekend, wake up late, chit-chat late, and inside in your head, you have something to do called change the light. Your wife or your spouse asking you, come on, change the light. Okay, I will do it later. Okay, I'm going to do it. They will open the TV, you play with the kids, and what is inside your head? Changing the light. It's already 5 p.m. and you woke up at 10 a.m. and you did not change the light yet. And you feel like there is something stopping you from doing anything else in life. And you don't know what is it. You know what is it? The changing of light. If you woke up at 10 a.m. and change that light immediately, you will have plenty of time to be creative, to think how to spend that weekend with your family. So if you are doing that, you are the 80-20%. You are spending 80% of your time thinking about 20% of your task. But if you wake up, what I have to do? Change the light. Immediately. Get the light, change it, done job. You have plenty of time to do many things else. Correct? So, 80-20. And this will make your time for success. Because you have other things to do. Not only one thing stopping you from doing it. Okay? Okay? So 80-20. If you want to reduce the stress, do what it needs to be done early morning. That's all. That's all. We will come and see answer these questions. No, now, in your life. So, I'm here, and this is what I want. Do it for yourself, do it for your kids, because your kids cannot think. So you can do that, and you will help them. If you answer this question for them, they will achieve a lot. They will achieve A lot. Yes. I have told some of my friends before, some of my friends here before. I was in 8th grade, in primary, in school. I was in 8th grade. My sister, my elder sister, was her first day in the university. Okay? Our habit is to have a family lunch meal. Lunch is the family meal, right? We gather all of us. We have to eat that. Breakfast, who goes early morning will eat, but lunch, everybody should be there and eat together. So we were eating together and my sister was telling the stories about the first day in university. How excited she is, how it was good environment. And my dad was sitting and listening and I was, all of us, 5 of us, was 6 of us with my mom and dad, 7. So sitting and listening to what my sister is telling. My dad said, you know this guy, and he pointed to me. He will be a university lecturer. He will be lecturing in your university. And today I am a university lecturer. And I will never forget that day. Because he put something here in me. You will achieve here. He just answered this question to me. So you do it for your own self and you do it for your kids. Because if there is no use for you, no hope for you, I hope there will be a hope for your kids. Okay? You got my point? Because we love our kids more than we love ourselves. That's for sure. Nobody loves you more than your parents. That's the job. Nobody wants you to be better than them except your dad and mom. Nobody else. Not your friend, not your husband, not your wife, nobody else. Except your father or mother who are going willingly. And they will do to keep you, to make you better than them. Right? So if you're not doing it for your own sake, do it for your kids. Answer this question to them. Answer this question to them. Alright. Of course, goal setting is very important. You know why? You know the donkey. Have you seen a donkey before? You know that the donkey, if you bring him, I don't know, we came from a place where in the village we have so many donkeys. I don't know here much. And our houses will be upside down. They are not straight lines. Okay? So the donkey, when you bring him near the mountain to climb up, he will never climb. He will never climb. He'll be like, I'm not going. What you need to do? Put carrot in front of me. And you will be till he reach wherever you want him to reach. And that's easy in us as a human also. If you don't have a carrot in front of you, you will never meet. Because you don't want to move. Because you feel it's tiring. To get up and do something, it's tiring. What you need? You need a carrot. Go. You need to know what you are going to achieve. I want to be a figure in this field. I want to be a very good scientist. I want to publish 10 papers a year. So you have to put it in front of you and know what you want to do. Otherwise, you will never move. You will die at the same place. You will die at the same place. Just think, where am I today? Let's say, what am I now? What I want to be. Set the goal for that to be. Okay? So, smart goals are always clear, and smart goals are always clear and knows the challenges in front. Okay? And they know always the challenges are bigger than what I want to achieve. If it is the opposite, if I want to be a lecturer in the university, I'm fine, I'm doing good. Then my challenges are less than my goals. Then they're not smart goals any longer. But I want to be the best lecturer in the university. The challenges is bigger now than my goal. You got the formula, the equation. You got it now. If my goal is to be something, That's all. But if I want to be the best in that, so the challenges is bigger than my goal, then that's the smart goal. So you always challenges is bigger and ready for it. Okay? And it will become easy, even if you see big obstacles. If I want to become a millionaire, I can become a millionaire. There is a book called, I read it in 2005, how to go from A to B. And he gave so many cases for people to go from A to B. It was one of the best book sellers in the United States at that time. It was people giving real stories, how to go from A to B. You just need to know B, and it should have a big challenges in it. But this will never happen unless there is commitment. And it will never happen unless your feedback, you accept all type of feedback more than the commitment you are. The more commit you are, you will be accepting the criticize. You are not doing good, okay, you will commit more. If you always think that, my commitment, waiting for rewards from others, then it's already upside down. You got the idea? If you think that, I do this, and I want people to thank me, it's the other way, then feedback always should be criticizing, not rewarding. It will be always bigger than your commitment. So you can commit more. Otherwise, if people say, oh, you're doing good, so you will do no more. You will do no more. You will say, okay, I'm doing good, right? Good job, you're doing fine. So then, so it should be, oh no, there's still weakness. You still need to do better. You got my point? You got this? I mean, these two signs is very important to understand it. Very important. Your challenges always big than your clear goal. And your feedback, your criticism, your whatever people saying about you is always less than your commitment. Am I right?
Yes.
No, I'm wrong.
Yes. Feedback is greater.
I twisted my tongue and I say you are awake or sleeping. Okay? My feedback should be always larger than my commitment. Okay. So, smart goal, you know about it, right? Specific and all that. I'm not going to talk much about it. Because I want to reach to the last slide fast. Directions. You need to know, for these directions, you just need to answer these questions. To get there. Because, I have a very good goal. I want to become a millionaire. Oh, nice talk. Nice talk. What should I do? You just answer these questions. Question number 1. And it's burning, not easy to get in. What steps? What are the steps to arrive there? I came from a middle class family. My father cannot sponsor my university fees if I want to go abroad. I did not get a scholarship at that time. But I want to become a lecturer in the university, right? What I need to do? I need to study, right? I need to take I cannot become a lecturer if I did not do degree. Can I? And nowadays system cannot. Even if I am the scientist, Einstein here living, if I don't have certificate, nobody will hire me, right? So, what I need to do, I need to divide my steps. First, I need to work and save. Otherwise, I will not have money to do it. So, always know what is the next step. Always you need to know what is the next step. And of course, you will not be able to do everything alone. You will always need some advices. If you think if you know everything and you are capable of everything, then done. You will never achieve. Because you will always need a monitor in front of you. Someone who can check you, someone who can... We used to say, there's one writer says that we need always one above us, one with us, and one under us. One above us means someone who can monitor our action. Someone with us, we can always brainstorm and discuss ideas. One under us, we help them to achieve, because this will sharpen our skills of movement. You got it? You got it? You always need that. And of course, to achieve what I want to achieve, what is there to be done? If I want to finish my PhD, you need to be a good writer, even if you are able to get the certificate without writing, because will be your career. You can, actually you can, I know. You can get certificate without being a good writer, but you will face always a problem. You will not be unique. So you need to know all the skills required that will help you to become what you want to become. Alright? So, I hope things are clear for you. And you got... Do you have a question first? You don't have a question? Okay. So, we have a very simple game. It needs to be done by 5 groups. Okay? It's very simple. I will just see that you get benefited from what we have learned a lot. Okay? So we can, here can be 4. So it's a challenge. You see who will finish first. All you need to do, you need to organize the card. That's all. Okay? You have 1 minute to do that. Yes. Don't touch. Put it on the table. Don't touch.
Wait, what do you mean by organize?
Put it, organize them. The red yaks, all of them. The blue, the black.
Regardless
Colors and type. Type of colors and numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5,
numbers.
6, 7, 8.
Should be in sequence.
In sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it end. And the same color.
Same
What
color.
area?
How many variables here we have?
Because they don't watch the time. No one did. At least one of you, 5 of you, right? Oh yeah.
But we are missing someone. The person who look at the
That's
time.
why I said 5. One of you should always watch the time.
We were waiting for your...
I don't know, I will talk. I said I will not talk.
No, but you have to help people with 4 persons, right?
Here 4 also. You got my point? It's not about the game. It's about learning now. Whenever you always need to watch the time from the first second, from the first second, start.
Take your
I
time.
mean, 10 minutes. 10 minutes went from the session. Alright, so now after understanding, because this is the last part. Now we know we wrote here also everything, right? So we know what we have to do, and we want what our daily job, and we know what we want to do if we have more time, and we know what is stopping us from that. We know also what is stopping us from that, right? So this is already inside our mind. So if you want to continue, if you want to achieve what you want to achieve, you need to you need to follow this formula. Very simple formula, you know it, all of you, but you never planned it inside time management. Okay. Before that, I will just go to this slide that says that how time management's been for generations. First, it was based on reminder. Okay? You will do whatever things you want to do. If someone reminds you to do something, you will do it. Right? And if you are still living in this era, it means you are very far. Because the second era comes and it says, no, it's based on planning and preparation. And let me tell you these statistics. I got it a few years back and I was shocked. I want the cards back, huh? It's not my cards. I know some people they want to I know that. At the end of the day. That's usually at the training center will ask me to pay for that. Okay, so planning. I got statistics. I got in statistics saying that how many population we are? 7 billion now, right? They already achieved 7 billion. So they said 50% of the population plans. 50% of the population plans. So we have 50% planning. The other 50% they just living. Okay? They're just living. They don't plan. They don't know what is going to happen for them after 1 year, after tomorrow. Okay? So I don't know which part you are from, which 50%. And they said 50% of this 50% write their plan. So we have 25% of population writing their plan. The others, they just plan inside their head. I want to be dreaming, planning in their head, but they never write it. And they said, the statistic says that 50% of the 25% implement what they wrote. So we have 12% implementing what they have written, right? And they said, and the statistic says, 50% of this 12% continuous implementing, planning, writing, implementing, okay? And we have 625% of the population who is doing that. And they are the successful people in the population on Earth. Okay? You got it?
Yes.
So, what you need to do is plan, write, implement. Plan, write, implement. Plan, write, implement. And that's the successful formula. Now you will see it now. So, third generation says, no, planning, prioritizing, controlling are the most important part. Not only plan, write, implement. No, control your success. Sometimes you plan based on our sources, our resources. I have 50 ringgit that I plan to go to Mama. If I have 150, I'm planning to go to Arab restaurant. Nasi Arab. If I have 300, I will plan to go to 5-star hotel. Right? So usually our planning goes beyond our resources. Here, the third generation said, no, we control what we want to do, no matter how much resource I have. If I want to achieve, I will achieve. Done. Good job. I want to become someone, I will become someone. That's why I have in my list 11 things that I want to achieve. I wrote them in 1997. 6 of them I already achieved. And if you come back to 1997 and you see me, you will see me, you say, you cannot even achieve one of those. You got my point? Still one? And the 7th one, I'm achieving it because of Fadl gave me the technique. Okay, see, I never know about it, but I met him somewhere and he gave me that technique. Yeah. I'm achieving that. Okay, the 4th generation, they said, no. We are not only controlling our time, we're controlling everybody. I can affect on you, and affect on him, and on her. Because when I do that, they are helping me to achieve what I want. You got my point? So if you are living with some people who are not organized, organize them. Because they will help you to be efficient. If you are in the lab and your friends are not doing well, help them to do well. Because if they are doing well, they will help you to achieve what you want to achieve. That's the point. Because if you are still thinking there, stay there. You will never go in. Then we are here now. You got my point? So go and help them. Because when you help them and they become organized, they will help you to achieve the highest you want. So what you need to do? Just 4 steps. Plan, do, check, and ask. So before playing the card, plan. You have 1 minute, means 60 seconds. So 10 seconds you need to spend it on planning. What will we do? You look at the watch and tell us, keep telling us every 10 seconds what's going on. We will distribute it between me and you and that. So 10 seconds, done. Start. Go and do it. Keep checking the 10 seconds. Where are we? Where we finish? Achieving half of the job in the proper way, on time, better than not achieving at all, or achieving after the time goes. You got my point? You can easily. If you're not able to finish everything, you say before the minute finish, the last 55 or 59, we have finished 80% of our work. Still succeed. You succeed with 80%. But if you finish 100% after the minute, it's not valid anymore because we are dead already. I hope you got that. Okay? So, plan for change. What you need to do is, you need to start planning for change. And to do that, check your right side. And then, don't think overwhelmed with what you are choosing. Always keep what you want to achieve. I told you to write, I will give you the slides, right? And so to prioritize what I need to do, very simple. Know your time constraints. What is the benefits of I'm going to do that? And when boss pressure me, I need to tell him, this is priority or not. Yeah, there's a technique for that. Don't just go directly. Boss, this is not my... Hello, who are you? There is a technique for that.
We will take your name.
There's a technique to do that. Huh? Yes. If you want to know that technique, then that's another workshop, not here. So use the tools. We have comparison, and we have the urgent and important matrix. That's what will come to your question about the stress when we come here. Okay? So just do the tools first. The comparison tool. Everybody know it's a classical case. It's normal. Just put a list and put them. This one, which one is important, which one is less important. If you don't practicing it and keeping it in your head, you are from the 50% who never plan and only plan inside their head. Then make your options in a row and column. And with each blank of the cells, compare the option of that row and that column. So you will know which is important, which is not. And you are an adult enough. Is it important today to read the paper or to write a sentence?
Yes.
See what you are going to achieve. What is your goal? So you will know which one is important and which one is less important. Okay? And don't forget to add up the values. So put some values. Make a table. After the table, this is from 10, 8. This is from 10, 7. This is from 10, 10. Calculate them and you will know what you need to do first and what you need to do next. And just start implementing it in your small things, and then it will become a habit. As we said earlier, first 2 days, push yourself. Then, yourself will push you. So, the last is the matrix. All of us knows this matrix. Right? Yes? How many times we have implemented? We don't know. We never did. The importance and the urgency. Very important, less important. Very urgent and less urgent. Science says here, no task gets born in this square. No task gets born in this square. Means nobody asks you to do a thesis and submit tomorrow. No one. They will give you 3 years. What happens is you keep pushing, and you have to submit, or you will need to register for a new semester. And then you will become stressed. And you start blaming everything. You got it? Because you keep pushing. I will do it later. 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 Right? And you will not change that light till your wife says, I'm going to my parents' house if you do not change that light. Right? It's become a very it becomes a very critical issue, right? You either lose your family or change that life. Although it was born early morning. You got the idea here, right? So always check what is your task and how important for you. Okay? The questions that always I've been asked in this, always in training they ask, what does the importance here? Is it time? Or is it value? I give you example. Submitting a paper is in 3 months' time, right? You have spent pushing your. When was the last time I did to-do list? You have to do to-do list every morning. If you want to be better than that, do it the evening before the next morning. We call it the holy hours. The holy hour. The holy hour, 20 minutes spending in what the past, 20 minutes now, and 20 minutes in future. So future is to do this. Okay? Managing distractions. Stop being shy to tell people, I'm busy now. And when you start focusing on the 5 minutes, first thing do, silent your phone for 5. I want to do something for 5 minutes. Just put it in silent for 5 minutes. You will be able to achieve it. Because if something distracts you in the first minute, and by the way, whenever you want to do something, your phone was silent, nobody messages you all day. And you start, okay, I will do one thing. I need to do something. The moment you start doing it, ta-ding! It's like everybody against me in life, right? Right? This is happening, right? Because if you're not helping yourself, universe is not helping you too. That's why. So better, if the sound of messages distract you, you cannot ignore them, better just silent it for 5 minutes. Do that job, then on it again. Switch it on. And then switch it on, don't switch it on. Okay? So we have the last two mistakes. Stop saying I will do it tomorrow. If something pops up in your head, do it now. If it is too big, start doing it now. Then you will be able to achieve it. And stop thinking that you are a multitasker. No. Even computers are not multitaskers, right? Anyone can say that computers are multitaskers? No. They spend clockwise hours. I will do this little bit, because we can only focus on one thing. So if you want to do more than one thing, focus 5 minutes here, 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 5 minutes here. Only then you will succeed. Last thing. Take breaks. Yes, not taking breaks is a mistake. Take breaks. Every 5 minutes. You can do that. You can do it. Don't exceed 15 minutes. Take break. Unless, the 15 minutes after that there's something good you want to finish it, write it, then take the break. Yeah? So always need to take break. You got it? So that's what we have learned together today. My time is now 38. Even 1 minute before my time over. So we learned together about time control. It's up to you. The wheel. Okay? Start spinning the wheel now. Remember, 5 minutes is too much to achieve many things if you want to. But don't plan a task for 15 minutes and you think you will finish it in 5. No. Plan a task for 5 minutes. That's all. 1 page. Read 1 page only. Write 3 sentences, no more, no less. Don't forget, you always remember your character. Where is it? Find it, so you'll be able to move on. And last, keep doing it. Plan, do, check, act. Any questions? Do you have any questions for me? Do you want to add anything? Thank you very much. I started at 2:40 and finished 2:39 and 43 seconds. Okay? Yeah.
If you don't mind, would you share your schedule, how to manage time efficiently, and how do you carry on your life with all your activities, busy schedule and working everything?
I just implement this. Okay, first I identified my strength. I find when I'm productive in the morning. That's why in the morning I don't do meetings with my students. I try not to do tasks with others. I try to be with myself. I do what I want to do. Okay? Then I know what I want to do since long time. I have planned till the age of 75. I already told God, take me after 75. No, 75, don't take me. Because I have things to do to finish. Okay? So, you need to plan for what you want to do next. Then, believe me, the power of 1 minute is very strong. And I'm not shy to tell someone when they come to my house, sorry, I have something to do. Because I learned it. I still remember I had a professor. I went to him because he was in Yemen, then I went to him, he's from Canada. I was passing by his house, so I decided to go and knock his door. I knocked his door, he opened, he said, what do you want? I said, I just come to drop by and say hi. He said, no, it's my reading time, go home. And he closed the door. Seriously. And you know, I was at that time 17 years old. How you feel like insulted, a teenager? Yeah. But I learned something from him, right? He said, this is my reading time. So from that time, I had a reading time. And nobody plays with my reading time, even my mom. You don't know my mom. My mom is very bossy, very strict. But my reading time, don't play with it. From 3, we pray 3:30 Asr in Yemen. From 3:30 till 6, nobody plays with my reading time. It's my reading time. I don't care. At 9 p.m., that's when I was growing up. Now it's okay for me. I mean, many things have changed. 9 p.m., if anyone come and call my name, I ignore them. 9 p.m., I have other things to do. Bad. You got my point? So you have to be very strict because this is your time. At that time, they used to say, hey, egoistic. I don't know what words my friends say. But now, they respect me very much. You knew how to do it well. Because I have achieved. So if you want to achieve, you need to be strict with yourself, with others, and you have to plan every day. Hail always comes to my office. He knows I will always use recycled papers to do my to-do list. He can see it. You can ask him, have you seen it right? Every time I will write, whatever I want to do, I have to do to-do list. Till today. Even if my mom asks me to go buy groceries, okay, what? It's only 2 things or 3 items. I still need to write it. Because after I finish, I cross. And when you see that cross, you feel happy. You feel very happy. It's not about writing it, it's very simple. But when I write it and cross, I feel like, seriously, even if it is like sending email. I like sending email. After I finish it and cross it, I feel so nice. You know my point? And don't forget, reward yourself. Always reward yourself. Is that answering your question?
Yeah, thank you so much.
So any other questions? Done? Okay, thank you very much for your time. And sorry now.
कumuha लेके तो शायद देंगे.
So, good evening. We'd like to thank you for your attendance. Also, we want to have a photo. discuss is